And we call this the source. There's two tributaries here, all right, one on each side of the path. This one here is draining off, basically just off the surface of the land, mostly the farmland and this house here, that kind of thing. This is a warm water tributary, okay? The tributaries on this side, though, including the one we just went by, are all spring fed. Anytime you see a tributary coming into the main creek on this side of the path, okay, is spring water, all right? And the first couple kilometers of our hike today, that's where all the spring water is coming in, and this is where the populations of trout are. Okay, this is where the populations of trout are. Now, most of you know it rained last night, right? Rained almost all night long. Okay, it makes doing a field study a little difficult because the water's all muddy, right? However, you'll get a real good idea now of what happens to this creek when it rains, okay? And why you need the natural vegetation to protect that, okay? Now, the landowner here, okay, has been a real good partner with us. The previous landowner that owned this house about 6 years ago, he used to cut his grass right to the edge of the creek here, okay? And so we, when the whole house got sold, we spoke to the new landowner, and he allowed us to come in and plant trees. And we planted about 250 oak trees just along the shore. You can see now he doesn't cut his grass to the creek anymore. He's let it regrow naturally, okay? And so that was a project that we did probably about 5 years ago now. You can actually, it's easier to see them in the spring, but most of the trees die, okay, because of all the weeds and everything. But you know what? Every now and then I see one, and I thought, great. If that tree, even if 20 of those 200 or so odd trees make it, someday those will be big oak trees, okay? And they will stabilize the banks, they will soak up a lot of the runoff, and they will provide some shade for the creek, okay? All right. So keep an eye on the creek on the left-hand side.
I don't know if you need to record it.
What kind of fish did you guys get? Don't know, like a little minnow?
Oh, we got a little minnow in here.
It's a bigger one.
But that's the bigger
You know,
fish.
we throw fish back in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you might want to put the minnow back.
Over here, we'll show everybody. Okay? I'll bring it right over here. That way everybody from the creek and the...
Oh, is there a leech in there?
No, it's not a leech. Okay? It looks like a leech, but it's not. All right, now, there's one of those sculpins. Okay? These are the ones that have no air bladder. All right, they sink to the bottom. Okay? Now this is a crane fly nymph. Now, have you ever seen those flies that look like huge mosquitoes, but they're not mosquitoes? That's what this turns into when it's an adult. That's what that turns into. Yeah, they look like mosquitoes, but they're not. They don't bite or anything.
Bring it back.
Okay, there's a worm there.
How come it curls up?
Okay, now I want to show you this thing. This is really, really cool. Okay, now do you see all these little bugs like this? This guy right here?
Oh, little black tiny, like...
Those are all caddisfly nymphs. Excellent indicators of cold water and good water. They have to have good water quality to survive. Okay? Now, here's a caddisfly nymph. That looks like a stick, right?
Yeah.
Now watch when I put him in the water, he'll come out of his house. He actually builds a little stick house, and then he'll come out. Watch. Just watch. He's in the water. He'll come out of his house, and he'll start crawling around. See him come out?
What the hell?
Do you see that?
Look at that.
And he pulls that house around on his back. Yeah.
I think it's a stick, man.
And you know what? These guys found one. You rarely find those because they always look like sticks. You can never see them, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool that we got. Now there is a mayfly nymph in here too. Okay, right there. See that guy right there? Now see how he has 3 tails like that? You always know you have a mayfly when they have 3 tails. They're the only ones that have 3 tails like that, because one for every letter of the word May, M-A-Y. That's how you remember it. If you see a bug like that that has 2 tails, it's a stonefly nymph. Okay? Mayflies and stoneflies, excellent indicators of good water quality. All right?
And of course, they're probably one of the main foods for the trout, are they not? Yeah.
Almost exclusively, the fish in here would feed on bugs. Okay, now the trout would eat the minnows too, but all the little minnows in that would eat almost only bugs. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I even learned that lake trout, in this course I was taking, lake trout feed mostly on insects. Yeah, you'd think they live in a lake, they'd find minnows. They will eat minnows and other fish, but they feed mostly on insects. They feed mostly on midge flies that
really?
spawn in lakes, yeah. Yeah,
Isn't
which
that
are
interesting?
bloodworms. Sometimes we find the midge flies, the bloodworms in here too.
What's a bloodworm?
Okay. Look at that guy. Now I don't know what that is. Now do you see how his tail is feather-like? Okay, they actually breathe through their tails. They breathe through their tails.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Now think about the water. If it's clear water, it's like breathing nice fresh air. If the water is cloudy, like it is right here, it's a little bit tough for these. It's like breathing smoke. That's right. It's like breathing in a room full of smoke or sitting by a campfire. You know what? You only sit by a campfire and the smoke comes into your face and you can't breathe. It's the same thing for these guys. Okay.
What's the big fat worm?
That's a crane fly nymph.
You should
This is
take
the
it
cool
back.
one right here, Sarah. This is the guy that comes out of his house.
Yeah.
Did you see that already?
Yes.
Okay. There he is, right there. See him crawling around?
That's wicked.
You should
Yeah.
take that one back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this over to show the other groups too, because I want them to. This is what I want you guys to be catching, okay? All right, we got to keep moving though. I gave my watch to Becky. What time is it?
Cell phone, something.
Oh, you got another one. Okay, wait. Let's see if he crawls out.
It's 10:20.
10:20. Okay, we got about 10 more minutes, guys. He does have a hole at the front. I'm gonna leave him in there, Devin. I don't see him coming out yet, but you never know. He might be.
So, can me and Brian use the baseline nymphs and that for a project, or are you actually?
Oh, for your project?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. Okay. You have a little. I'll bring the tray back here. You have your little containers, okay? All right, good.